We're here to solve the snake pit by Palmer Mebane called Poison Apples, and we've got a serpent shape in the middle of the grid, this S with an alternating circle number, which is a fun pattern. And one thing I see in doing that is we have, just like with Tuesday's puzzle by Marat, some cases where we have circle ends that are surrounded by two of the same digit, and those can't then join together because we put the end in the middle of the snake. So we can put edges here. We can also actually put edges here around the fours, and it looks like the break-in is again going to come on these corners. So we've got this four that's different from the snake down below, and it's going to form and complete over here. And this four is different from the snake up above, and it's going to form and complete by coming down and around this edge. Next thing I think we should do is look at these big digits, and the big digits, they can get trapped by an end. So this 8 could come to the left. That would be a second cell, but it can't any further there. So it's got to come down here for 3, maybe 4. It can't take this cell because of all the 8s around it. You get a branch. So this actually has to be on its own as a 2-unit snake. So we've got 4 cells as most. This could be 5, 6, maybe 7, 8. So this doesn't necessarily have to come down, but it does have to come to this cell, which means this 4 has to come here. And another place we can do logic like this, let me just mark some more edges, is with this 5 clue. The 5 clue can take one more cell left, that would be 2, but it always has to take 3. It can't take this cell because it would only get up to 4 in size, so this is a different group. And that means this is going to continue up, and in doing that it finishes as a U-pentomino shape with this end and this end having to come out, and that forms now a 3-unit snake that works in this group. So some good progress there, and some things we can definitely use for the next stages of the grid. I'm not seeing as much on the left side here, so let's come back to the right side and let's think about a few things. One is this 4 snake has to end in either this cell or this cell. And one thing I'm seeing is the group size I leave behind. Like if I come and make this S shape, what I leave behind are 4 more cells. That can't be an intact 4-cell snake, but also can't be 2 plus 2 because those snakes would be of the same size and touching. So this isn't a valid way for this to go. Instead, this 4 has to come straight down. Thinking like that will also work around this 8. So this 8, well, it's only these 5 sure cells and maybe this 6 cell here. It could come down at least 2 more. It can't take 3 because then it has to take a 4th. But in doing this, it's leaving behind a singleton, and the singleton is also not a valid way for this to split. So this 8 can't come down, it has to come up. We've only grabbed 7 cells to here, so we have to grab this circle cell and get this shape in the grid. This cul-de-sac has to extend out, not part of the 4, so get this 4, get this 2. With a 2 nearby this has to be at least 1 larger, and could not join to the 8 because there's 8 up above, so we can mark this in. This now isolates this 8, so it can come down and take 1 cell, but for sure actually has to come left and bend this way. This is now as many as 4, so can't stop at 5. Instead has to come this way and this way and grow out some more. This 3 can go to the right at least 1, but has to come to the left, and that will finish this group up here. If this 3 came straight to the left, it's going to leave behind 5 cells, and those can't be a full group of 5, so it's going to be 2 plus 3, but however you do that, a 3 cell is going to touch both of these 3s, like this 3 group or this 3 group would both be bad. So again, doing some look ahead about what we'd leave behind, we know this 3 goes to the right instead. It gives us a 2-unit snake here, and then something that's at least 4 large because it can't be 2 or 3 touching to the cell. These 4 cells marked, these 5 cells marked, means these groups don't come together. So now this, which is as 5 or 6 to this point, comes down and takes another cell. So it comes to here. This 4 now is pretty isolated. It can't join to this group, and it's not part of this group, so it's got to come out to these cells for this to work. In doing that, it's now isolating where this 8 can go, which needs to take 2 more cells, and only has 2 cells it can take, so we know these for sure. The circle end has to come down. We've got 5 cells left. It's going to be a 2 plus 3, and the 3 can't touch to this 3, so we need the 2 on the right and the 3 on the left. So we're through this good Thursday puzzle by Palmer. Some memories of earlier challenges through the week, but particularly here these larger digits and how they snake out and need to grab just enough space, and some collisions, particularly this 4 and 8 on the right side of the grid, look to be some key look-ahead steps to get the progress to reach the finish. So hopefully seeing how I looked through this puzzle is helpful for you in your own solves. Thanks, Palmer, for this challenge, and we'll see you again soon.